Well, we're now going to talk about Pan's Labyrinth. Mark Kermode wrote very eloquently about the film in the UK in Sight and Sound, and he described it as the Citizen Kane of fantasy cinema. The difference is that people appreciated it during its lifetime. You know, it's fantastically well reviewed, fantastically well rewarded at festivals, and there's some beautiful sequences in the film, and it's unfair to pick one, and we will see a clip in a moment. But when I watched it again, I was very struck by the sequence where the fairy sees Ophelia looking at the book, and she sees what Ophelia thinks the fairy should look like, and the fairy transforms. It's incredibly innocent and incredibly beautiful and quite profound.
But also, when people argue with me, is the magic real or isn't real, and certain other Anglo-Saxon logical questions of the 20th century, I must add, because there was a time when Anglo-Saxon logic had more in common with Mexicans in a far more innocent time. I think that the beauty of that moment is its ambivalence. Is the fairy revealing itself to be that way, or is the fairy being imagined by the girl because of the illustration, or is the fairy adopting that image so the girl can understand? You know, the poly value of that moment is what attracted me to writing it that way. And I wrote Pan's Labyrinth the way I wrote Devil's Backbone. There are certain moments in which it could be there is a ghost or is there not a ghost. But I stole blatantly from The Shining, in which the answer is somebody opened that door in Devil's Backbone, so there is a ghost. Because I believe there are ghosts. That's the problem with me. I believe that magic exists, not in the way that one would go at normally, but I believe that the way we see the world, we transform from the inside out. You know, every single act, pain, joy, is absolutely our own making. I believe that. And I think in Pan's Labyrinth, that's the lesson. I say, the girl is the only immortal character in the film because her right to be that princess cannot be taken even by her physical death. The backstory of the pale man. In an American movie, I would have had a lot of the pale one is really an ogre that eats children. And over for another character saying, yes, but he's vulnerable if you, whatever. And what I think is beautiful is if you watch the movie, whether you know it or not, the backstory is there. It is in the paintings in the room. The room looks like a church. The table is full of food and he doesn't eat it. Nevertheless, there are piles of shoes next to the table that shows what he eats. Every single thing in that room is designed to be a mouth. You know, the chimney is a mouth, the columns are a mouth, the door that she grabs the knife is a mouth, and so on and so forth. Do you register? Do you come back and say, I love how? No, but you do internalize it. You do. The audience does. And when somebody says a character is well drawn or not based only on the screenplay, I say, the screenplay got in the way of you enjoying the movie. Go watch it again, or not watch it again. God bless. You know, the movie is told by more than just the screenplay. You know, and many a beautiful movie has survived only because of that. You know, the memories, as I said, come back because of the images and the sounds of them. And by the way, all the monsters in my movies is my voice. Like the pale man is me, the fairies is me,
really?
The frog is me, the Cronin is me, the reapers is me, the insects is me, the bog in Kronos is me. Because I spend a certain amount of time of the ADR time just doing whatever.